Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a video on should you buy a Marauder or should you go with the Crown Vic and do turn the Crown Vic into like a clone of the Marauder. Is it worth the money to just go ahead and buy one straight out, or would you save and can pretty much build the same thing? So for starters, if you don't know what the Mercury Marauder is, it's the 03, 04. It's what Ford came up with. They took the Grand Marquis and basically you say they put it on steroids. Gave it a much bigger engine. They gave it a much better interior, drivetrain, exhaust, suspension. Basically, they took everything and upgraded it to the fullest, basically. On the outside, the Mercury Marauder looks very similar to the Grand Marquis and to the Crown Vic, which it should. I mean, it's a Panther, it's on the Panther platform. But other than that, it's different. Most parts on the car are not interchangeable. You might can do the lights, the bumpers on the exterior, and on the interior you can change a lot of parts. But up under the hood, there are no parts that are interchangeable. Some people might say it is, but it's not. I actually owned a 04. I had a silver birch with the black interior, and when you go to buy parts for that car, you have to actually get them from the dealership or get them used. I always bought mine new, but if you don't get it from the dealership, your car is not going to run properly. And like I said, no parts up on the hood of this Crown Vic matches any parts up on the hood on the Marauder. So that right there tells you that the engine is totally different. And the Marauder had two different engine setups. I know the 03 had like the plastic on valve cover valve covers and pieces like that. Now if you get like the 04 model, the later year they made it, it has all aluminum engine block. Everything up on the hood is on the engine itself is aluminum, except for the hoses and pieces like that. But everything else, the valve cover, that's plastic. Metal and all that good stuff. So when you pop the hood, it's all metal, like aluminum. See up on the hood. Unlike on the Vics, you see all that plastic and stuff up on there. The Marauders were fully loaded. Some of them did come in a base model, which means you might not have like the heated seats, the wing on the back of the trunk, and the sunroof. If you got a fully loaded Marauder, you had everything. You had the heated seats, the sunroof, the wing on the trunk. The wing, it wasn't a big deal because you can easily add that. Now the sunroof, not so much easy. You can add it. Just the parts alone is like $1,500 just for the parts alone. That doesn't include getting the roof cut and getting it installed. So it's best if you bought it with the sunroof if you really want the sunroof. But if not, hey. But yes, it did have the wing, sunroof, and the premium leather. It's not like the seat that you catch in the Crown Vic. Like I said, they look a little bit similar, but they're not. The Marauder had the vented leather seats on it. At least it appeared to look vented. The Crown Vic, yeah, you can't get that with any type of leather that looks similar to that. That looks, vented or that type of quality. They did put some good seats in those cars as far as leather. And also the Marauder has the gear shift in the center. Unlike on the Crown Vic, it's on the column. Very few Crown Vics, I think you might can catch a LX Sport, had the gear shift in the floor. But most Crown Vics, especially if it's an Interceptor model, you will not have the gear shift in the floor. So those are the things, and wheels, and there's a couple of little things that are different on the Marauder that are different from the Grand Marquis and the Crown Vic. Now with all that being said, should you spend the extra money to get get the Marauder, or should you go with the Crown Vic and do a clone build? Me personally, either way is okay. You know, if you want to spend the extra to get a Marauder, hey, it is worth it. If you don't have the budget, then you know that's cool too. But now let's say you do have the money, and you say, well, should I just go ahead and get the Marauder, or should I save a few bucks and go to the Crown Vic and just do, you know, a little swapping over? The thing about the Marauder is the value is what you really pay for in the car. I mean, for the last since they've been made, the value, you know, you still see them for like 20 grand. You know, you can get a one in good shape at 10 grand, and that's probably, you know, the price range of what it's going to be for the next, at least I would say 5 to 10 years at least. The price fluctuates just a little bit. Unlike the Crown Vic, you know, you buy one and you do a clone, you know, add-on or whatever you want to call it, it's still not going to be nowhere near worth 10 grand. You can add the wheels, you can add whatever you want to it. It's still not going to be worth 10 grand because you can just always go back and buy a real Marauder for that price. Now, if you want to do the clone edition and, you know, save some money, that's cool too, but honestly, it's still not going to be the Marauder. I mean, like when you get into Marauders, it has a totally different feel from the Crown Vic. Some people might say it doesn't, but it does. I mean, just when you sit in there, it sits different. The Marauder came with air suspension, like on the Grand Marquis, but imagine you got air suspension and you got well over 300 horsepower, which I think the car is very underrated, but you know, it's a different ride versus the Interceptor. You got coil springs or whatever. So no, it's not going to be, you know, nowhere near the same. Performance wise, you can upgrade the Crown Vic to where, you know, it runs faster, but you're risking your engine once you start doing upgrades. You know, you might not get your 400,000 miles out of it like you want to, because now you're doing upgrades that the engine really might not want to handle. You know, not every engine, you know, probably go out, but every time you do an upgrade, you risking breaking something because the engine is, you know, is built at a factory standards, and that's what they wanted to operate at so it can get the high mileage that it gets. Now the Marauder, you know, you already automatically get the extra 50 off the back. If you get it tuned, you can probably squeeze 100 out of it. If you want to, you can supercharge it and get, you know, another 100 or two out of it. You have to excuse the video people. Little truck pulled up beside, they doing a little groundwork. But like I was saying, now, like I said, I might get some comments on this video for us, man, you know, it's gonna be about the same, or you know, it's not that much different, but it is. I'm telling you. If you pull it up with the factory Marauder and you go with the factory Mercury or Crown Vic, just starting up the Mercury Marauder, you're gonna automatically know the difference. I mean, from the factory, you got a dual exhaust that sounds like a beast. Like it's perfect. I'm gonna say it's perfect. You know, it's hard to say something is perfect, but just the sound when you crank it up, you know it's a monster under the hood. It's amazing. So basically, what I'm saying is, if you want to go, if you really want a Mercury Marauder, go for it, because even if you do a clone build, it's still not going to be the same as the real deal, as the real Mercury Marauder. You're still going to have to do the exhaust, you're going to do the wheels, you're going to do the wing on the back. You have to do a full swap of the interior. You're putting the gear shift on the floor. That's going to cost some major money. The engine alone, like, just go with the real deal if you want it. But if you just like the Marauder for its appearance, then you know the exterior, you can swap those parts out and have the you know, similar look to the Mercury Marauder. Now, with that being said, the downside to owning a Mercury Marauder would be that it looks so much similar to the Crown Vic and Grand Marquis. So if you go places, a lot of people might say, oh man, that's a nice Crown Vic, or that's some nice Grand Marquis you have, when it's really more than that. One of the gentlemen who just got out of work trade, he's like, man, that's some clean headlights you have there. I've never seen those before. Like, thank you, man. But I'm gonna go and move to another area because they over there hacking away at trees and stuff. But you know, just my experience with the Crown Vic and with the Marauder. So, you know, leave down in the comment section what you guys think. What's your opinion on it? Would you buy, if you had the money, would you still stick with the Crown Vic, or would you go with the Mercury Marauder? You know, that'd be nice to know. Well, on that, guys, I will catch you guys on the next video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'll post pictures. I try to post pictures daily of this car. You know, you want to see some nice looking pictures of it, stuff like that. I don't really show off the inside that much. I have to clean it up here and there, but I'm not sure if you guys can see how I got the dash shining, you know, all that good stuff. But until next time, I'm out of here.